Children, welcome back to online class of ninth standard English. This is Nagraj from BGS Agalagurki, Chikkabalapur. Dear children, in the last class, we learnt about the lesson The Enchanted Pool, which is written by Rajagopalachari. Who is the author of the lesson, children? Rajagopalachari. So just we have to glance, children. Who did Yudhishthira ask to look for water? Yeah, Yudhishthira asked Nakula to look for water. Why do you think Nakula was very happy when he got to the place, children? Why, children? When Nakula got to the place, he was very happy because he found a pool of water. So he wanted to quench his thirst. So he was very happy, children. Is it, children? Yeah. Why do you think Nakula did not obey the voice, children? Nakula wanted to drink water first to quench his thirst, so therefore he did not obey the voice of the Yaksha. So, like this, children, we are discussing the last class, children. Let us come to the next paragraph, children. When Nakula did not return for a long time, Yudhishthira sent Sahadeva to see what the matter was. So after that, children, when Nakula came to the pool, he drank the water and he was fell asleep. So unknowingly he was fell down. He was appearance like a dead. So after that, when Nakula did not return for a long time, he did not return for a long time because Yudhishthira sent him to fetch some water to quench his thirst. So he did not return for a long time. Yudhishthira sent Sahadeva. For what purpose, children? To see the water and what the matter was, why he was coming, did not come for a long time. So Yudhishthira sent to Sahadeva. For what reason? To look after the water and as well as the Nakula. Sahadeva also ignored the warning. When Sahadeva also got to the pool, he was also ignored the warning. The also how the warning was given to the Sahadeva Nakula as well. Sahadeva also the warning was given, but Sahadeva also ignored the warning. He drank the water and once he dropped down. So as it is, he was also follow like a Nakula, children. So when Nakula was just touched the water, he was fell asleep. No, so like that only Sahadeva also fell down when he was going to drink a water because he was ignored the warning of the unseen form. So he drank the water and at once dropped down. When Sahadeva too failed to return, Yudhishthira sent Arjuna to see whether the brothers had met with any danger. Arjuna went swiftly. So here two members, the great heroes, did not return for a long time. So here Yudhishthira get anxious. Little he was getting a tension about why my brothers did not return for a long time. Then he was turned his face towards the next person, that is nothing but a Arjuna. See, when Sahadeva too failed to Yudhishthira sent Arjuna to see whether the brothers had met with any danger. And moreover, children, Yudhishthira could understand if the brothers did not return for a long time, so he was realized that the brothers were met any danger. So for that sake, he sent Arjuna to see what the brothers were met the problem. And Arjuna went swiftly. So Arjuna went as swiftly. As swiftly means very fastly. Coming to the next paragraph, children. He saw his brothers lying dead near the pool. When Arjuna came to the pool, he saw his brothers lying dead near the pool. When he got to the pool, he looked after his brothers. At the time, they were appearance like a dead. Who were appearance like a dead, children? One is Nakula and another one is Sahadeva. So his heart broken with a grief when he saw the two brothers who were dead like a dead bodies. His heart, whose heart, children? Arjuna's heart became a broken with a grief. His heart was full of painful. And what's the meaning of grief? Grief means grief, children. What's the meaning of grief? A grief means sorrow. He wanted to avenge their deaths, and Arjuna was decided to take a revenge. Avenge means, what's the meaning of avenge means? To take a revenge, who is the reason for to death. So here, he wanted to take Arjun. Who does he refer to, children? Who he refers to Arjuna. I wanted to take avenge their deaths. So his brothers were dead now. So he wanted to take a revenge, who is the reason for their death. However, he too was overwhelmed by a monster thirst. Moreover, the five Pandava brothers were also very much of thirst. So first of all, he too was overwhelmed. Who does he refer to, children? Here, he refers to Arjuna. Overwhelmed means having a strong emotion. So even though he was very thirsty for drinking in a monster thirst, which compelled him towards the fatal fall. Even though when he was going to touch the water, so he was also a dead appearance, like a dead children. And coming to this, again the warning was heard. Again the warning was heard. Answer my questions before you drink the water. When Arjuna was going to drink a water, so when before going to touch, he could heard the warning. As it is, the warning was heard by Nakula and Sahadeva. Yeah, Arjuna also heard the same warning by the unseen foe, by the bodiless voice. What was that warning? Answer my questions before you drink the water. This pool is mine. What was the warning given by the unseen voice or unseen foe, children? That is nothing but answer my question before you drink the water. If you want to drink a water, you have to be answer my questions. Afterwards, you will drink the water. So this pool is mine. So the pool belongs to children whom? Bodiless voice or unseen foe. So if you disobey me, if you ignore my order, if you are unable to if you are unable to listen my words, so you will follow your brothers. Even though if you are not at all heard my voice, definitely you are going to follow your brothers. If they are what will happen to their brothers? Their brothers were appearance like a dead. So if you are disobey my order, definitely will follow your brothers. So who said this sentence, children? Yeah, unseen foe or a bodiless voice said. To whom was it said? It was said to Arjuna. So Arjuna became very angry. So when Arjuna was heard the bodiless voice, he was become very angry. And what he will do, children? Can you guess? He cried, "Who are you? Come on, stand up to me, and I will kill you, and I will kill you." So Arjuna was replied to him with a loud voice, "Who are you? Come and stand up to me, and I will kill you. If you have dare, you have to come in front of me, I will kill you." So like that he was response. He was excited and he was response to the bodiless voice. So let us come, children. What will happen? So he shot sharp arrows in the direction of the voice. So Arjuna shot the sharp arrows in the direction of the voice. When he was replied, at the time only, he was shot the sharp arrows in the direction of the voice. In the direction of the voice, the invisible being laughed in a scorn and said, when Arjuna was shot the sharp arrows towards the bodiless voice, what will happen? The invisible means nothing but a unseen. What's the meaning of invisible, children? Unseen being laughed. It was laughing very loudly and in a scorn. And what's the meaning of scorn? A scorn means a feel or express a contempt. What is the meaning of scorn, children? Feel or express contempt. So with a and said, your arrows can't touch me. So it was replied. Which one is replied? The unseen foe replied the Arjuna, your arrows can't touch me. Make it underline, children. It is very, very important extract. Your answer can't touch me. Who is the speaker here, children? Or who made this statement? Yes, the invisible voice made this statement. To whom was it said? It was said to Arjuna. Can you guess, children, why the arrows can't touch him? Why the arrows can't touch the Arjuna, children? Because it was an unseen foe or a invisible. It's not a visible. So the arrows could not touch the unseen foe. So Arjuna wanted to destroy this unseen foe. So yeah, after that Arjuna, even his arrows can't touch him. Even it was laughed in his corner. Arjuna again he was become very angry and he wanted to destroy this unseen foe. This unseen foe. What's the meaning of foe? A foe means enemy. Arjuna wanted to kill the unseen foe. But first, he had to quench his terrible thirst. Moreover, already I told in the earlier, five brothers also appear. They are very too much of thirsty. So he had to quench his thirst, terrible thirst. So he drank the water and also fell down dead. Even though he could not hear the voice of the voice, he was careless about the bodiless voice, and he drank the water, and he was also appearance like a dead. After another anxious wait, Yudhishthira turned to Bhima. Dear brother, even Arjuna, the great hero, hasn't returned. So after the three members were returned, did not return for a long time. So Yudhishthira became very anxious. Yudhishthira turned to Bhima. So Yudhishthira turned to Bhima. Why, children? Why he was turning to Bhima? Because the three members who are those Nakula, Sahadeva, and also Arjuna, the great heroes, did not return for a long time. Yudhishthira was get a little anxious, and also he was turned towards his face the Bhima. Dear brother, even Arjuna, the great hero, hasn't returned. So the great hero hasn't returned. So who was the great hero, children here? Yes, he is nothing but Arjuna also did not return for a long time. Moreover, he has a great fighter. Then something terrible must have happened to our brothers. And Yudhishthira once again realized that something terrible. Already I told you now what's the meaning of terrible, children. Awesome must have happened to our brothers. He realized that something had happened to our brothers, so they did not return for a long time. So please find them quickly. Please find them quickly. To whom he asked a question, his children? To the Bhima. So Bhima hurried away without any other word. Without any other word. So when his brother asked to look after the three brothers, so Bhima without any word, he went to look after the three members. Like Arjuna, Bhima also did not heed the warning and drank the water eagerly, glaring around in a defiance. So let us, children. So after the Bhima got to the pool, he was look after his brothers. They were appearance like a dead, like Arjuna. Bhima also did not heed the warning. Bhima also did not heed the warning, means careless about the warning. He drank the water eagerly because he was too much of thirst. He wanted to quench his thirst. He was eagerly drinking the water. A glaring at once. A glaring means a dazzling. What's the meaning of, children? Daring. A dazzling around in a defiance. A defiance means a bold disobedience. Disobedience. He was not at all listening the words of the yaksha and or a bodiless voice. Then and instantly his great strength seemed to slip from him like a garment, and he also fell dead among his brothers. So he was also careless about the bodiless voice. He was followed his brothers. He drank a water. He was also fell asleep like a garment. When he was cut the cloths, it will fell down. No, like that he was fell down, children. So in this class we learnt about the four members. They could not hear the warning of the unseen foe or a bodiless voice. So they are dead, appearance like a dead. Who are appearance like a dead, children? First one is Nakula, second one is Sahadeva, then the great hero Arjuna, and as well as Bhima. These four members could not hear the warning of the Yaksha. So we are learnt all these points in this class, children. So dear children, then who is the next one? Among the five Pandavas, who is the next one, children? Can you guess? So, in the next class, look after that. What will happen to his brothers? How his brothers again wanted to come back their life. Let us discuss in the next class, children. So, thank you. Jai Shri Gurudev. If you have any doubts, you have to call me. Stay safe. Stay home. Thank you once again. Jai Shri Gurudev.